Well, I'm back at it today picking up hay. And I thought I'd make a little video of this. Somebody asked me about it. About my bale spear. Works pretty handy. It's, I can't even think of the company I got it from. I think it was this International Forge. I don't think they're in business anymore. I bought this thing, oh Christ, it must be back in '95. So I think I bought it the year after I bought the round baler. And I bought it to load hay with. I think I bought the wagon in '96. I have a 9x18 bale, square bale wagon I was hauling hay on. Problem with that was I'd have to have somebody help me. They'd have to roll the hay to the back of the wagon so I could stack them on there, and I could get 12 or 13 bales on that wagon stacking too high. It was a lot of manual labor, and I bought this wagon, and this works good because I can have this on the tractor. I can hook the wagon to the drawbar, and then I can load the bales myself. For the first couple years, this is what I unloaded hay with too. Before I got skid steer, my New Holland one, this bale spear did everything. Now I just use it to load hay out of the field and to put hay in the heifer barn because it's got this nice reach, and I can put 4 or 5 bales in the heifer barn, and say I got to push them, roll them around, and flip them up on end to feed them. So this allows me to push them into the door and get them further back. But I think the company's out of business. I tried looking them up before. I can't come up with nothing on the internet or the address or anything. I saw this in a farm magazine at one time. That's where I got the address. At the time, it was only like $900. It wasn't all that much. Their claim is this will pick a 2,200 pound bale. I don't know how big of a tractor you got to have on it because this tractor will not pick it. I've done baleage before, and I can't lift it with a 3-point hitch arms. By the time you get a bale out back here, now these bales are only 600-700 pounds, but by the time you get them out here, I bet they're, with the cantilever and everything here, I bet it's like picking a ton or better right out at this end. So if I put a ton bale out here, it's like picking 3 ton. I mean, it gets pretty heavy. But I have moved them that way because this dumps. I'll show it here in a little bit. But I would put the spear down, spear into the bale this way, and then retract it back up, and it would pick it up off the ground enough that I could move it up to the barn. And then I'd set it, and then we'd take the bale feeder and set it over top of it instead of, because I couldn't pick it over and put it in the feeder. But that's one of the advantages of this. You can pick up, dump them in the feeder. Like I said, I could stack 2 high on the wagon. I could stack 3 high on the ground. Now with this tractor, with the 34-inch tires, it's a little bit of a trick to it. You got to get that second layer. You got to be almost dead nuts in the center of it, and you got to get it just right. Sometimes I got to angle it down and ski it up on there to get enough slack to get on there. But these ain't too bad because they've been sitting over the winter and they've lost some of their height because of the rot on the bottom and stuff, and they've settled in. So these load pretty damn good. But like I say, another nice thing about this spear is I don't have to take it off for everything. I can leave the spear on and still hook the manure spreader up to the tractor. It's got enough clearance to clear the PTO when this is up all the way. Like I say, this wagon, other wagons, stuff like that. Like I say, I don't have to take it off for everything. So, and normally if I was coming down here to pick up all these bales like this, I got one of them Bergman quick hitches. The only problem with it is when it's on here, I can't lower this all the way down. because there's not enough clearance for this. But if I take the drawbar, there's a transport position. It'll move it ahead about 8 inches. And if I do that, then it gives me enough clearance to drop this down all the way and be able to load with that on. But that's nice. Like I say, if you're picking round bales, you usually got like 3 bales here and 4 bales here, 5 bales up there. You can just pull the wagon down here, load these up, snap it on, go up, load these bales, and circle around. So it makes that a little bit faster. But as I say, I'll show here loading this bale. I don't know if I can do much of an action shot. It's pretty damn hard to work everything and hold this at the same time. Doing this will probably be problems with it. See if I get anything. Helps get it in gear. Normally I could just put the hydraulics in float and it'll drift in there. So yeah, I get it up on there. And it'll ride. Now, like I said, this wagon I could get another row of 5 if I could get them to stay up on there. If I had a regular loader, where I could maybe get them to tilt to the center, but with this I end up tilting more to the outside at one point. You never get 22 bales on, and it's more than enough for this tractor anyhow, these 17 bales. Then like I say, I just normally put the hydraulics in the float position and pull out of it. Just like that. You can see the spear will dump down, and then it'll so it holds the bale up like that. Now this spear works a little bit better on my International. With 38-inch tires, I got a little more clearance to reach them up there on that top layer. Plus that tractor's a little bit better, more power. It's easier to pull these loads down the road. But starter drive went out of that right now, so I can't even get it started. This has been a pretty good spear. I mean, it's had its issues. I broke this right here trying to pick a bale that was frozen to the ground up. And I mean, it just snapped this tube. So I got that re-welded, and they put a heavier spine, added this all on here. It's just a 3-point hitch ball socket, weldable socket that you top link there. I broke 2 of them. This A-frame here, I've cracked these out, had to have it re-welded. I had this re-welded at one time. It does have these different adjustments. I think this is the highest I can lift it. I think I would lift higher if I got in this one, but I'm hitting down here as it is. So that's the max I can get this thing to lift up. But they say it works pretty good. Got a hydraulic leak there. Got to get taken care of here someday. You can even get a seal kit for them anymore. Probably just as cheap to buy a new cylinder. Something I gotta look into. But yeah, like I say, my neighbor's made one. I don't know how much he got into it. He only used it for about a year because it is a little bit tricky to hook this thing up. That's why I don't take it off any more than I have to. To hook it and unhook it, this is what I do. Is I'll get it here, put it on the point there, lift it up enough just to take the pressure off these arms, and then I drop these off, and then I'll go and lower the cylinder down so this hits the ground, and then you can pop the hoses and pull that pin out, and then you got to pick this up and set it down, and it's just the opposite to hook it up. I mean, that's the problem. You got to pull the head in there. Could be a job at times, but you pull that in, get that pin in, hook your hoses up, retract this down until it picks it up enough to get them arms on, you're good to go. You're not going to have this on and off in less than 5 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, this is the way I've been loading bales for 20 years, 25 years now. So, it is hard on the neck and stuff, but never had the money to buy a tractor with a loader, or find a loader for even for like this tractor. I know where there's one at. I don't know if the neighbor wants to get rid of it or not. He bought a 7710 with a loader, and I know he's not using the loader, it just sits down there. So I don't know if he'd want to sell that or not. So ain't got the money right now to do it either, so. But yeah, I don't know what the hell size. I don't see this thing picking a 2,200 pound bale clear out here. I mean, I think it'd be pretty weak for that, but it works good for dry hay. So that finishes this field here now. I actually had to get a couple bales off this field to finish this load, so this is the second bale this spring. Like I said, this is the third load off this field of 17 bales. So that's 51, and I took that load of 12 bales there the other day. That's 63 bales. So far 63 bales over to here. And there's got to be at least another 50 to 60 bales in the field here, not counting what's in the fence rows. Like I said, right now, my goal is just to get these off the field. And like I say, grass might actually start growing here the next day or two. They got rain in the forecast tonight and near 70-degree temperatures tomorrow. So that ought to wake some of this stuff up. I mean, all this here, I know this field's canary grass, and that stuff usually grows just about anywhere. That's my problem. This ground needs lime bad. I'm getting this moss in it, and it's getting sour down here, but it's going to be what it's going to be this year. Like I said, canary grass, once that gets going, you don't stop it. So, well, I guess head up home. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can get back down here and get another load. If I can get another load off that, I bet there's still about at least 4. It's going to probably take 4 loads to get this off here yet. Because like I say, there's got to be a load there, one here. And I won't get it into 3, I don't think, so. But it's still wet down here. So, well, I should say soft. I'm getting water on the tire in spots, and this is one problem, parking a wagon in the area and load, and drive through an area a half dozen times and start breaking through. And I haven't got this wagon out of here yet, so it is what it is. But like I said, I'd show that a little bit. And get back to work, I guess. So thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you later.